Lately, a lot has been written and filmed about techno-feudalism and about how slavery has not actually disappeared, but has merely changed its form. At times, I also tend to think so. Yet if you reflect carefully, the problem may lie elsewhere entirely. First of all, it is worth reconsidering the very idea of freedom and enslavement. And then it becomes clear that freedom in its pure form has never really existed. Human beings are genetically programmed for survival. Therefore, surviving within a society, is much easier because a war of all against all takes far more than a hierarchy in which the lower ranks cannot change the order and the upper ranks do not want to. As a result, you occupy your place with a certain degree of personal safety. And so it appears that this really is a kind of cage, one that we ourselves created among ourselves for the sake of our own happiness. In this light, is a person a slave if they voluntarily sacrifice freedom in exchange for relative safety and comfort? Moreover, the concept of the system is often used not in the sense of a system that emerged on its own, like a state, for example, but as a system deliberately created by someone with the goal of turning others into slaves. Even if that were possible, there would be no competition, for instance. Why compete if everything is already divided and under control? I think that what truly troubles people is not slavery itself, but the lack of opportunity to own something and to become someone. In a world where the population keeps growing, and where the capital gap between the 2 to 3% who own 95% of the wealth and everyone else continues to widen, this is unlikely to end well. Yet those who want to become free must become Stoics, and accept that today the only thing distinguishing a slave from a free person is their own perceptions and actions. Epictetus, by the way, was also a slave, not metaphorically, but literally someone else's property, and that someone even crippled his leg. And yet it was Epictetus who became a great philosopher.